Hey, welcome back to another video. This is another paid request, this time from Brian. Thank you for that. For those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos or topics or commentaries, reviews, whatever. If you want, you can feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for a film called Furry Nights, and the title kind of gives you a clue as to what the movie's about. It's a cheap jack, dirt low budget, dirty D's done dirt cheap, characters that suck, acting that's even worse, blood that there's a big lack of, not creepy, not scary, not even funny, just god awful. This is a god awful film where a bunch of kids, 6 of them, stupid people trying to make a stupid horror film that looks like where the monster is one of their buddies in a green suit and a $2 mask. I'm like, this is a movie that would even be failure for YouTube, let alone whatever the hell movie you try to make for whatever audience. I knew something was wrong in the first 5 minutes. Because the first 5 minutes is a preamble where this hunter kills a bear, which no one would mistake this for a bear, because he has a rifle. He's got a scope. A person in a $10 furry suit would not look like a bear. So he shoots. When he shoots, it cuts. The person gets hit. Blood gets on the camera. And stays on the camera. And I'm sitting there going, and it looks like CGI blood that's stuck to the camera. I'm sitting there going, wait a minute. This is not someone holding a camcorder. This is not someone holding a phone. Oh, the blood splattered. No, this is supposed to be your film. But in your film, you're not even into the scene because there's blood right here in this area. Shitty looking one, too. Imagine this is your film camera and all of a sudden there's blood here. You're like, wait a minute, even within the reality, why is there blood? Okay, so we already know this is fake, because we already know this is a camera, because there's something stuck to it. And then we're fading from day to night, out of the blue, as the guy's running. Then he goes to a tree where there's a fucking ladder. I'm like, why is there a ladder in the middle of nowhere? Maybe that's supposed to be his post. Hunters sometimes use for trees. It would be nice if that was established before. So it doesn't seem like just a random fucking ladder in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, what? Is that his fucking tree house? Is that his tree house? Is that for the tree house there? And I guess he dies because he's pulled by what looks like an invisible fucking force. So unless furries now have the power to be invisible, and then there's no blood, no gore, nothing, which you would think a movie like this could at least get that right. No. And then Furry Nights. And like I said, it's about these cut to these 6 idiots making a horror film, saying stupid dialogue like, I dream a genie and bewitched, they're misogynistic. Oh yeah, you don't even know the correct name of this guy. Well, and the guy's like a wimp-ass pussy simp. And they're making this shitty horror film with this green suit and a stupid mask. Seems like more like a shitty porn. Because one guy has his shirt off. They try to get the girl to take her clothes off. And no one can act the way out of a fucking paper bag in a fucking snowstorm. They couldn't act the way out of a fucking high school play. I've seen kids in elementary school in movies made better fucking productions than this. So then at night, they see a bonfire, and there's a bunch of furries. These $7 costumes of like someone in a bunny suit, someone in a bear suit, someone in a dog suit, someone with just a fox head. They don't even have a suit, they just have a white fox head. And they're like grinding on each other. And I'm like, okay, so you want to make a film where it's furries that kill people. You don't even have decent fucking fur suits. You don't even have decent fucking... You have suits that you bought out of the dollar store. And then they don't even get to kill much. They don't even really start to kill people till like 45 minutes, an hour into your fucking movie. Well, not an hour, because the movie's like an hour and 10 minutes, thankfully. So at least like 40 minutes to your fucking film. And then these are furries that only make animal noises, and the animal noises sound like if Gizmo from Gremlins was horny. What the fuck that is. Or if Elvin got some, from the Chipmunks, got some ecstasy. And it's just like, it's trying to be like comedy, but it's not funny. Because one guy's like, what the fuck is that? And you literally hear a record scratch. And then the furries like turn. And then they fuck off. Then our characters are around a campfire. Like the campfire, I swear, is louder than their voices. Like the crackling of the campfire was so loud, I thought someone was making popcorn. I literally thought someone was making fucking popcorn. And then I just like the hunter at the beginning. This guy shoots, I guess, a different bear. Again, how stupid you are that you see a guy with a $7 costume, you think it's a bear. Someone should shoot you in your bare ass. Oh my god, we shot a furry. And then, this is some of the most piss poor filmmaking I have ever seen. Where one of the characters are in a tent and they see the three guys carrying something off, which is the body. Then it fades out. It fades in and it's this wide shot from very far away with like a couple flashlights just fucking around to represent these guys going through the woods. Then you fade out. Then you fade in and it's a blurry shot of flashlights very far away, and there's like water, and you can't tell what's going on, and the shot's so fucking blurry. And then fade out. So you have this like fade in, fade out, fade in, fade out. Throughout the film, sometimes it's day, sometimes it's night. That's what it seems like. Maybe not quite that bad, but you can tell like the sky, like this guy's a little bit brighter here, a little bit darker here. I can't even tell you anything about the characters. Other than the one guy who likes talking to the camera as if he's star of the Blair Witch Project. The one decent shot, I'll give it one decent shot. There's a girl looking on her phone. The only light is from her phone. There's complete darkness over here. She turns and boom, the furry with the leader with the white fox head leaps with like an animal noise. As if it was one of the jump scares from Five Nights at fucking Freddy's. But that's a decent shot. If you want it, that is a decent jump scare. It's a decent jump scare in the fact of you're paying attention to her, it's completely dark, the reveal, the speed of it. I don't think, it's not that bad of a jump scare. But even then, the characters, there's nothing to run home about them. The acting is piss fucking poor. Piss fucking poor on the actors. The delivery, the lines of dialogue, how fucking fake and phony they're... And then at one point, they're trying to start this car. I think the keys have been taken. And they turn, and there's 5 furries in the road. One with a chainsaw. Where the fuck they got the chainsaw, I don't know. And then one of the teens has a gun. And you decide to shoot the one not... You don't shoot the one with the chainsaw. I'm sorry, if I see 5 of them and one has a chainsaw, guess which one I'm shooting first? The one with the fucking chainsaw. No, he doesn't. Because the guy's a fucking idiot. You shoot the one not holding the chainsaw, apparently. Based on this guy's logic. So now there's 4 furries left. Pretty much. There's... the wolf... not wolf. The white fox... There's one in a bunny suit. There's one in a dog. Like, it's a female dog poodle thing. And there's another one. Oh, then the guy in the car calls 911. And the operator, which doesn't even sound like she's on a phone. And I guess the operator is a furry. Oh, you judge people. You should judge people. As she keeps talking. Oh, but I will say something about a unicorn horn turns me on. And it's a female. I'm like... I would imagine if someone out there is a furry and saw this, they would go, this is fucking piss poor to the beyond of piss poors. I just think it's a really shitty fucking horror film. And if you want a horror film with a bunch of people in fursuits, then do it. Do it where you get decent looking fursuits and you get some actual gore in there. Cut off arms, cut off heads, cut off something, man. Be exploitation grindhouse about it. This doesn't. This just seems like someone who doesn't like furries and goes like, I'll make a cheap as... How much budget? We got $20 in the budget. Let's make a movie this weekend. Go to the dime store, pick out a couple costumes. They're not even costumes, most of them just heads. Just put them on someone. Just do it. Furries, they just think about sex and then they kill. It's boring. Even in an hour and 10 minutes or so, it's boring. And the characters separate. The characters seem like they don't care about one another. There's a point where 2 of them are looking at one of their friends, and the dog poodle furries behind them. They don't scream, they don't yell, they don't warn, hey, there's someone behind you. They just run away silently. Leave the guy to die. He doesn't die, but he could have easily done it. One of the other furries gets hurt, and the guy with the camera, he hides in the suit. He takes the suit off the dead body, tears the dead body over. He gets into the suit and pretends to be a furry. And then he pretends doing the very high-pitched, like, elven ecstasy. Again, if Gizmo was horny type of voice. And the other 3 buy it. And this guy's, like, filming the carnage. Doesn't do anything to help. He's a chicken shit. There's a point where one guy, 2 furries put their tails around his neck and they break his neck. I guess that's at least utilizing the fursuit thing to try to create a creative death. It still looks shitty though. There's a girl that by piss poor editing, her clothes are off. I mean, she has her bra and panties, but most of her clothes are off. And again, I don't know how that happened because it was so shitty in its editing. I couldn't tell what the fuck happened. And then she gets run over by a go-kart. I guess the go-kart was so super fast that the guy in the fursuit with the camera, the girl's tit, I guess, flew off and hit his camera and fell to the ground. And he's looking at it like, I finally got the booby shot. What the fuck am I watching, man? And then he pulled like the female poodle dog's tail, and she went up to him. I guess raped him off screen, off camera. He pulled the tail because it had like the car keys in it. But I guess he got raped off screen. Which I'm thinking, dude, you kind of got off lightly. No pun intended. Other people are dying. Women rode you. Again, you got off easier than them. And then he gets into a car, hits that dog furry, and is driving away. Then he stops, feels guilty, goes back, which I don't buy with his character. I don't buy this character doing that. I think they should have been more fit with his character and just have him keep going in the fursuit. He doesn't deserve it, but I don't care if anybody lives. I don't care if everybody dies. I don't care about these characters. I have no reason to care about these characters. And the rest of the characters, they just wander around in the dark, and they wander around here, they wander around there. Just shit acting, shit humor, shit gore. There's barely any gore. The one attempt at gore is two people are in this place, which I guess was the furry's hideout. One guy gets killed with a chainsaw, and you still barely see anything. You see the chainsaw going after, way to blood spraying on the bunny's fursuiter's face, but you don't even see much of gore with that. The last lady gets a gun, shoots the bunny one. It's just the guy and the wolf. I keep saying wolf. The white fox. The one guy who's in the fursuit comes back. For some reason has boxing gloves. Where the fuck they came from, I don't know why the fuck he has boxing gloves. And the most pathetic fight happens. You know, trying to do boxing gloves and... Like, this is literally the amount of fucking fighting in this fight scene. And this is how fast he's punching. Jesus fucking Christ, man. This is pathetic. This is fucking pathetic. So the girl gets away in the car. The fox has had enough of this shitty fight, as I have. Gets the machete or whatever. Cuts the guy's both his hands off, because he's a fucking idiot. Gets stabbed in the mouth, but the way it's edited is piss poor. Like when you see inside the suit, and we see like maybe something in his mouth, but it's so dark you can barely see it. And kills him. The fox tries to get to her. She runs off. His mask is now bloody. Throws it down. And then throughout the end credits, you see him walking into another store. Get another mask. I just hoping for Furry Nights 2. Well, ain't that going to happen. Even if you want to make a horror film about furries, it doesn't utilize the furry stuff much. The suits are shit. Go for the big exploitation if you really hate it. Go for furries having fucking sex with each other and really over-the-top gore and really over-the-top mayhem and up, down, center. Really go for broke. Go take the scale, go it to 11. Really go crazy. Like Willy's Wonderland with the animatronic stuff. They went crazy with that. Again, it's not... There's flaws with that film, but it's a fun movie, Willy's Wonderland. Here, it's just dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Characters suck, acting sucks, editing and filming is god-awful. People involved with this should never make a film again, if this is how they edit. Like, if I just did this video and there's these random fade-in and fade-outs, and I purposely made it blurry and shit, that'd be the same thing. And you don't even have good gore. You can't even go on that superficial level of good gore. There's no story. There's barely a story that carry an hour and 10 minutes. So, yeah, this film sucks. It sucks in every way. It's a god-awful movie. It's a piece of shit. It's a piece... If someone out there's a furry, you don't hate this film. If someone who likes horror movies, you don't hate this film. If you have fucking eyeballs and you see this, you don't hate this film. Furry Vengeance is a better movie than this. And that's that Brendan Fraser one. That's god-awful. Even that's a better movie than this. And that's a piece of shit. But if you tell me which furry would you rather watch, I'd rather watch Furry Vengeance than this fucking movie again. And that's saying a lot. This is a shitty YouTube video. Student film. That's really what this is. Glorified as a movie. If you can't even get good gore, if you can't even get, like I see this thing called fursuits, and then I type on YouTube, and I type in fursuits, and I just looked at the thumbnails. I went, wow, these people on YouTube have better suits than this fucking movie. That just... People making YouTube videos even look better than this. Just like, what is this whole fursuit thing? Type it on YouTube. F-U-R... Well, fuck, they do have better looking than this shit. Just there's nothing even superficial worth the shit. That's what I'm getting at. Music, gore, editing. The characters, there's nothing to talk about. This is literally one of the worst films I've seen in the past month or two. If you're saying that doesn't mean a lot, I watch a lot of movies each month, so this is easily the worst movie I've seen in the past month or two. One of it, at least one of, because there's probably stuff I forget about, but yeah, this was garbage. So, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.